Welcome in once again, guys. We're here to feed that Yu-Gi-Oh cardboard addiction, guys. You guys already know we have Galatea I, the Orcus Automaton. This ultra rare is $18, but let's start actually with the Starlight here at 120s, the high end. There's people out there, they really love Orcus, man. They look at this card and they're like, man, the Starlight, wow, I wish I could have it. It's a max rarity. Starlights are better than quarter centuries, as we all know here, right? You know, we do miss the stamp, but we definitely don't miss not being able to read the card's name. We have Starlight Rares here, guys, 120s. Again, I mean, we're starting to see some type of consolidation near the 120s. Quickly does go back up to 125s, where you see 5 of these here. And then eventually it starts pushing towards the high 120s and eventually 130s. So, you know, if you can snatch one of these deals at 120, sure. Could the card go down to 115, 110s, maybe even a hundo flat? That'd be ideal to maybe get this card at $100, maybe locally or in person or whatever, maybe crack a deal. Not bad at all, honestly. $100 bill. But again, when it comes to the high end, yes, this card just came out. Usually you want to wait a little bit longer, but the high end is more scarce. So if you want this card, maybe you can get it at a deal a little bit lower, but at around 120s if you need your one of, you know, or let's say you need multiples. I'm not sure. I think Orcus, they probably play more than one, but at least you get one so you can be in a position of strength. Where if it goes lower, you get another copy. If it goes higher, you already have at least one of these. So 120s, not bad at all. As you can see, some type of consolidation here on the 1 month. Not crazy volume, but the card is scarce, 22 listings. Of course, it can go down maybe in the next week or two here, but as we head in towards the first week of this set coming out, when it comes to high-end cards like these, especially cards that will most likely become meta relevant, not just now heading into Duelist Advanced format and heading into Nats, but maybe even post Nats up until Justice Hunters, and maybe even through Justice Hunters at the very beginning as well. Definitely, these are all possibilities for this card's life cycle to extend, you know, into like a month or 2 or even 3 months from now. So definitely something to keep in mind when it comes to the high-end version of this card. And then you do have the $18 one. Again, it was 15s when we touched base on it earlier this week, and now is some type of V-shaped recovery here towards 18s, 39 listings as we can see it here. And then it's 4 pages. You do have a 10 watt 1870s. But yeah, I mean, you do see the walls, the supplies coming in, but listings, they're not that high. I mean, for an ultra rare, it's definitely low in listings. You can see the tad bit of a V-shaped recovery. So you waited, you didn't buy at 28s, yeah, and you know you missed 15s. But again, right now it's around $18. It's $10 off the high, so not bad at all. Again, if you need exposure, you need to order the card you need to play. Right now, not bad at 18 bones. Maybe you can get these for $50 in person, or crack a deal. But yeah, not bad. Again, as we head into the first weekend now, it's a week since this set came out. Now supplies coming in. Sure, could we see this card revisit the 15s, maybe a tad bit lower? Of course, but also the V-shaped recovery could bring this card's price back up to above 20s. So again, volume is staying strong as Orcus continues to, you know, peek into the meta, especially heading into this new, format now, post Battles of Legend format, post Duelist Advanced format. You know, it will be very interesting to see how this card pans out. You have Primite Dragon Ether Barrel. Again, we're going to touch base on load from this set, the secret rare, in just a bit, but Ether Barrel's at 8s. Again, guys, not bad at all. $25 essentially for a playset of this card. 48 listings, not bad. You do have Massive Walls of China here around 8s. The card was even a tad bit lower. You know, people coming in and buying this at, look, $6.99, $7 left and right, 750s right there, 667s. So again, people have been taking advantage of some deals. Anything under 10s it should age well. I think anything under 10s, especially under 750s, is a steal. Single digits, not bad at all for a card that used to be $30 across the board. Then it crashed down 50% of 15s, and now it's crashing down almost 50% from that $15 mark, guys. So not a bad card to be picking up. Again, as we face the first weekend for this card, it's a card I would be buying. Primite support just around the corner with Duelist Advance. People love Primite Blue Eyes. So again, don't sleep on this card as a secret rare. Don't take this for granted. At single digits, you get exposure. At 25s, I'm just waiting to see this in person. If I go to locals or by the time I hit Nats, my goal is to pick this up maybe at $20 a playset. That'd be great, man. to get exposure to the secret rare rarity bump from the ultras. Perfect min-max rarity secret rare. So cards like these I would be buying right now heading into the first weekend after this set has been just release, guys. Again, we're gonna have this ready for you. First link in the description down below. We're gonna have this ready so that you guys can come in here, and if you need to purchase any of these Battles of Legend cards, we're gonna have it all right here. Couple clicks, you can get straight to them instead of having to type these in at your convenience. So, or you can fast track each and every single card that we will be talking about today. Don't miss out. And guys, you want to subscribe on the way in, like the video on the way in, guys, so we can get to 9.5K and do our next giveaway, and also so you guys can get exposure not just to the giveaways but also to our daily market watches, guys. Make sure you subscribe, ring that bell, like the video on the way in. Would gladly appreciate it. It's crazy how, you know, likes can help. You know, the algo wise, just a little action like that can really help out. If you would want to help the channel for free, make sure you like the video, and then make sure you double check your subscribe. We have Primite Lordly Load, again, the talk of the town. Jay, should I be buying? This is a secret rare, and you know the card, there's walls at 29s, and the card has been pushing 30s recently for the last couple of days. 24 listings are low. So again, 3 pages only. You want to be in a position of strength. You know, the card was 15s, is already up 2x. We said, you know, we could potentially see some type of retracement back down to the mean, maybe the 25s. 20s would be a stretch, and it would be amazing. But if you needed to pay, yeah, sure, you'll be paying a 2x premium compared to prices just a couple of days ago. But at the same time, you have to react to these current moves. This is a checkmark recovery here. Usually you have some type of retracement. At the very least, 25s. You know, if you want to wait, maybe you come in, just get one to at least have a copy on board and start building your position of strength. Or if you just need 3, you're like, Jay, I don't mind paying the premium right now. You know, 30s might be low compared to 40s or 50s down the line after we get some type of retracement here and there. So there's a multitude of ways to approach a card like this. It's too early to tell. You know, chart-wise, we're barely a week in. You know, we have to give it week 2, week 3 to truly see what's going to happen with this card. But we're going to continue to be here to monitor this card for you. It's best-selling right now. And people just need it with the new Primite engine just around the corner. So, I mean, I can't blame you. If you're already buying the Ether barrels for 25 bucks, you come in here, you push, you know, you pay about $100 post-tax for this. You're getting exposure. It's to play. Definitely, it's understandable. But if it's to invest, at least me, I'd give myself a shot to see if there's any type of retracement. And if there isn't, then I'd have to live with those results and just let things pan out. Then we have Primite Drill Beam. This card was shekels. Crazy. It was shekels down here. Literally, there was thousands of copies, hundreds of copies down there as shekels. And now the card is $1.30. That's just a one-up. It's really $1.50. It's crazy. This card is going to be $2 pretty soon. Why? Because even though we have hundreds of copies here, Walls of China, the demand is just bonkers. Over thousands and thousands of these are getting sold, guys. Insane. I just hope we see supply come in for this one, because supply at first was insane. There was a lot of copies in the markets. That's why it was shekels. But again, people coming in, people maybe in Europe, they can't get access to this. Maybe they're telling their buddies, yo, buy them and bring them over. So we'll see. That's going to be crazy with these Battles of Legend cards because they can't get these cards over there in the short term. So yeah, guys, again, Primite Drill Beam, secret rare, is V-shape recovering. Hopefully the V-shape doesn't go up too high, and then we get some type of retracement back down to at least $1, maybe shekels again. You know, hopefully we see Walls of China, man. We need to see 1,000 of these come in from one of those big Walls of China. We'll see if it plays out. But me, at least in person, I'm going to be trying to pick this card up. 45 listings. Drill Beams, man. The demand is at all-time high because the new Primite engine just coming out in Duelist Advanced, so people are rushing in to get these cards. It's crazy to see these moves, you know, the volume coming in. But yeah, I'd be getting exposure to this card. Just getting exposure. If you need your playset, no excuse to not pick this card up. At least to have your playset to get exposure to the card before it hits 2s, 250s, 3s in the future. So don't sleep on it. Then we have Blue Eyes White Dragon, the Starlight Rare. Chibi art was $200 last time we checked it, and we talked about it after checkmark recovering from 135s up to $200. Right now, 17 listings. You see the sell pressure coming in, bringing it back down to 165s. So, you know, hopefully we see at least 150s, you know, before we can reassess this card. But the card is scarce, man. Quickly goes back up to 180s at the bottom of the page. And, you know, not crazy sales recently here, but people coming in, adding this to their collection. They just need to have access to the card. the max rarity Starlight Rare Chibi art. And again, there's going to be people collecting this. There's going to be people wanting access to this, especially to the Blue Eyes one, which is considered to be the most epic one and the one that most people are going to want. So definitely make those considerations with this card. And you do have the secret rare at $8. You know, it continues making new lows here. And hopefully I can see, you know, it continues making new lows here. And hopefully we see $5. You know, 75 listings. It is kind of a stretch, but hopefully these walls come in of China and just keep pushing the price down. Sellers continue to compete to get them sales and get some of their money back from their open product or their pull rate. So, hey, $8 right now. If you need it, you need your one of, you're for the collection, you come in, we understand. But 750s in the short term, hopefully, and then it pushes down to 5s before like truly coming in and investing into these. It's too early. You know, chibi arts are nice, but I'm going to wait. It might V-shape recover. Anything is a possibility. You know, at $8, you can at least get one to just have the card. Like if I see this in a trade bind, I'll be like, I'll trade for 8s just for one, just to have access to the card and just have it as part of my collection, for example. But if I want multiples like play sets or RO9s, things of that nature, I wouldn't start getting this card until it hits $5. But that's a personal goal. You know, not to say that it has to go down here because volume is strong and you're starting to see some type of consolidation. But we'll continue to monitor this one to see if it continues making new all-time lows, 75 listings. The supply is coming in. You see walls at China. So definitely take that into consideration. Then we have, you know, staples like Triple T's, which rebounded here. The card was 224s, went up all the way to 363s, almost pushing 4s last time we touched base on it. And now it's crashing back down, you know, to 260s here with some walls of China. So yeah, that's what you want to see. You want to see the supply come in, 85 listings. Hopefully we see this at over 100 listings here. Because as an ultra rare, even though it's a one of, you know, unless the card gets banned, this ultra rare should retain value. And it could easily 2x from here and be a $5+ card down the line. So again, as an ultra rare, don't sleep on this one. Don't be like, oh, it's just a one of and there's a million talents. Nah, I mean, the first one came out what? Like Rarity 1 multiple years ago. And then this ultra rare, even as a one of, as people still need this card. Some people even main deck this at 1. So don't sleep on this ultra rare. It could easily, this could be a 2x play. Hopefully the retracement continues down more towards 250s and below so we can get proper exposure to this staple. Then we have Forbidden Droplets, still consolidating here somewhat at around 3s. You know, you're starting to see, I mean, there's one there at $2.98, but really it's a $3.50, 40, 50-cent card. Quickly goes after that towards 4s, man. So again, 70 listings. If you see these, just pick them up. If you see these, pick them up. If you see these in trade binders, if you go to locals, if you know, your friend pulled this and he doesn't want it, just make sure you get exposure to the staple. Anything under 3s, you're going to look like a superhero a couple months down the line when the card is 5, 6, 750s. Again, this is just easy money, man. Easy money. Easy work. When I see these at events or at locals, I'm going to pick these up, man. Man, I wish they were cheaper. Wish they were like 2s so we can get 5 of these for $10. But again, play sets for 10s, as like the max range that I want to pick these at. So we'll see. Hopefully the supply comes in, 70 listings. We need to see major walls, man. Where's the major walls? Where's the hundreds and thousands of copies, man? Unfortunate, but we'll see what happens with the staple. Don't sleep on Forbidden Droplet. I would be buying cards like these from this set right now, even in the first week, and just getting exposure to the staples. Staples are currency. You can't go wrong. You build a position of strength. If they go lower, you get more. If they go higher, you already have your copies. Easy peasy. We have No Punk Rising Scale. Again, this card was $8, $6, went up to 14, 15s, 20s here, high sale price, and now still $12 here. And you see the walls. So yeah, I still think this one continues retracing back down to 12s, 11, 10s, maybe even single digits, 50 listings only, as you know, the punk hype dies down and people that wanted to come in and get him, and then buyers just lose that buy pressure because there's no one left. You know, people that already have punk or wanted punk, they pick it up. And but yeah, I think it remains as a scare ultra. Hard to get. We'll see if punk does anything like at the regional level and things of that nature. Definitely might affect this card's price, but we'll continue monitoring this one. Yeah, it's crazy how it just spiked up in price to double digits, but now it's retracing back down to the mean. We have Emil Gersu, the Orcus Mech Knight. Again, this one continues making all-time lows, continues crashing down in price towards 250s. Here says 327s, but the chart hasn't even updated. 72 listings. So if you need your one of, or however many you play in Orcus, just come in here at 250s. You get exposure, especially if it's to play. Card quickly goes back up to 3s and beyond, even though you see a couple walls here and there. So if you want here at 250s, around there, 250s, $3, just get your one of. Don't let this potentially become a $5 plus card. Not to say that it has to, but volume is strong for this one. And as people build their Orcus engine or Orcus package for their decks, you know, big event coming, man. So the hype can definitely maintain this card's price or even elevate it a tad bit. Don't sleep on this ultra rare. We have Ladies Dragon Maid actually rebounding. Strong V-shaped recovery here. This card says it was 4s and now is 650s, man. So again, this one is rebounding strong, even though there's massive walls right here, multiple walls between 6 and 7, 650s and 7, and 33 listings only. So volume, man, that's crazy to see a card come out and actually have the largest volume candle like a couple days later. That's wild, man. On my birthday, this card was going parabolic. Excuse me, like, you know, volume wise. And it's crazy on a 3-month chart to see 3 consecutive candles and like going higher in volume back to back to back. That is rare, guys. Usually the initial rush comes in at the very beginning and then you start seeing volume dying down. So people don't play with their Dragon Maids, man. They want their Lady Dragon Maids. You have this strong V-shaped recovery from 350s, man. Wow, from 359s to 650s right here. So a $3 jump overnight, essentially. Insane what's going on with this card. I just wanted to keep you guys informed. You have DDD Count Surveyor. This secret rare, you know, a lot of people have high expectations for this card. Played at 2 to 3s, I think it says. Someone said in the comment section to keep in mind. And this card, same deal. You go to the monthly. The lows were 229s and now strong V-shaped recovery right here, over a 2x jump in price. 54 listings because you get that initial rush. People coming in, they need the card immediately. You know, people getting ready for DDDs. They're buying the cards that they need for once that feature support comes out. You do see the supply in the walls of China, but the price, the card don't care. It's holding strong that $5 price for the secret rare, as you can see. And yeah, so again, $5 is like that standard right now, but hopefully you can get some type of retracement, maybe down to 3 to 4s, because damn, 5 seems kind of steep, especially when it was 229s just the other day. But we'll continue to monitor this one, as it is a best-selling card from the set that I would be looking at least getting exposure. We have Amelia, Dance Priestess of the Necros. This card, when you go to the monthly, you see that it was 5 and some change, went up to 5 and some change, and now crashing down to 5 and some change. But yeah, 47 listings. You see the supply coming in. It does go towards 6s at the bottom of the page, so just definitely keep that in mind. So it's 5 to 6s. Hopefully sub 5s, you know, can come back for this card, just to see the card at lower prices for a secret rare as it was. You see a low sale price of 3s. That seems more like it, maybe a playset for 10s, but right now it's 550s. Again, we're in the initial rush phase. You don't want to be buying every single card that we're talking about today. You want to buy the ones, you know, maybe drill beams, you know, the ones that we've been talking about, a couple of them, as we've been saying. But some of these, patience wins this game. After this initial rush phase, supply continues coming in, and then there's no one left to buy, essentially. And that's when you start seeing price devaluations for some of these cards. We have Crowley, the Gifted Majestice. Again, with the new Majestice cards, a lot of people probably hyped around this spellcaster as well. So card, Billy Bob paid 11s for a $2 card. That's wild. You have a Wall of China at 225s. So not bad. If you need exposure, 61 listings, and you need this card at 225s, not bad at all to come in, grab your playset if that's what you need. Yo, this is a fusion monster. This little monster, I think it's a fusion monster in an actual card. I forgot the name. But yeah, again, secret rare from this set, $2. Not bad at all. 2s and some change. If you need your playset at 225s, not bad to get that initial exposure, especially if you're building the deck and it's to play. Then you have Magical Android, man. You have cards like Magical Android. It's just so beautiful to see this card get reprinted, man. And there was a massive Wall of China, guys. A massive wall at like 70-something cents. That's crazy that someone cleaned out. You know, there's a lot of demand for this card. I mean, we waited so long to get this card, so I mean, it's understandable. And it's $1. You know, I still need at least one more. But I saw a massive wall, like 74 cents. I'm like, I got time. And look, yo, it's coming back up to $1. But at least I got my one of, which I just need, or ordered one at 75 cents around there. So I at least need one that, you know, I could just switch between decks if I really need to while I get the second copy. But 76 listings right here. Again, anything under $1 should age very, very well for this card. It's a magical android, man. The Edison Eddies, man, them boomers, they need this card. And it's a secret rare, clean secret rare, man. I'd be buying this card. Anything under $1 should age well. And I would be getting exposure. At the very least, get the copies you need quick. And then you just reassess and see how the walls manage and see if we get the supply. That's the thing. Some of these cards, you know, you see them going up, the volume is strong, and then it becomes $1 and some change. But the thing is, there's some sellers out there that they don't list these cards yet. You know, they hold stacks and stacks and stacks, hundreds of copies, in some cases even thousands, and they wait for that initial rush to come in. Maybe they list just a couple, they get a couple sales, and then after the price goes up to a certain point, that's when they're like, okay, this is the right price for us. Let's list this wall of China. So just something to keep in mind for this Eddie Edison boomer format card, guys. Android, magical android. You have Stardust, Cipher, Divine Dragon. The OGs are still like $12. Don't ask me why. You have Walls of China here of hundreds of copies, free, 99 at 71 cents, 91 listings. So again, you're looking for cards to get exposure to. You come in here for a couple shekels, get anywhere from 1 to 3 just to get exposure to the card as a secret rare. The supply is coming in, almost 100 listings. That's crazy. But if you want just exposure, can't blame you, honestly, at these current shekel prices, guys. Don't forget, we're going to be hosting our giveaway most likely early next week. You want to be in the Discord, you want to tune in and have exposure to the Discord so you can participate in our channel giveaways, guys. And again, link in the description down below. Come over here, join our Discord, join next, and $15 off. If you need to buy any of these Battles of Legend cards, $15 off over there on Whatnot for free. Go over there and check that out. Do not miss out. And this content is not official financial advice. It's for entertainment purposes only. Please subscribe, like the video, ring that bell, stay tuned for our fresh off the press content, and participate in our giveaways, man. Let me drink to that real quick. Again, excuse me, guys, as we continue to talk about Battles of Legend Monster Mayhem, you can't forget about Penny Stunks. Please don't forget about Penny Stunks. Again, and I might sound like a broken record, but trust me, I know how we Yu-Gi-Oh players are. We don't like to read and all that fun stuff, but sometimes we need to listen to things and hear stuff a couple times for it to sink in. That we don't want to take this for granted. Right now, sure, maybe this card is cycling out of the meta. People are going to be playing less Malice, heading into new formats, Duelist Advanced, and then Justice Hunters. So we understand. 90 listings only. You have a couple one-ofs, and you're starting to see that this card was like a dime, like super cheap, but the walls are at 36 cents. So you need to pay over $1 for a playset. But again, 36 cents is great. You don't want to break the bank and go crazy, but sure, throwing a couple bucks at it, maybe getting an R09, not bad, guys. Three fitties, $3 and some change for an R09. That's pretty cheap, man, for Lancias. Clean secret rares. Once these get hard to get, these could become $1 in the future. Once the card cycles back in, things of that nature, card can become $1. So just having that vision makes me want to get exposure. These are cards that you pick up in throw-ins, in trades. When you're trading, you're moving cards. You pick these up cheap, throw-ins. Oh, yo, throw that in. Sure, it's just a couple shekels. And then a couple shekels today turn into a couple billies tomorrow. The game is that easy for staple-ish hand traps like this one. Then we have Alba System Dog Calamity. It's $1. It's $1. That's crazy, man. People were paying 3s. 200 people are down 3x. Yo, that's wild, man. And you have walls here. This card is about to hit the shekel territory. 92 listings. So once you start seeing this in the shekels, maybe a week or two from now, you know, now you want exposure. If you need the card, Jay, I'm building this and I'm playing this, and this card, I want to do this and that and the third. You pick it up now. You can come in here for $1. If it's for your extra deck and you need it to play, you pick up the copies you need, hands down. But if it's as an investment, then you might want to get a position of strength, anywhere from 1 to 3 just to get a couple. But if you want RO9s or you want more, you know, you would wait to see how low into the shekel territory it goes before finding a potential low for this card. And we have a Jama Trio, the Starlight Rare, man. I can't wait to see this at a 20-piece. McNuggies for Mickey D's and maybe even below in the teens. You know, I wish this was cheaper, like just single digits or whatever. But it is a Starlight. It's hard to pull. It'll retain its value just off scarcity. 44 listings, a couple ones and two ofs. And yeah, man, it's scarce though. So hopefully we start seeing 20s and then in the teens. Volume is coming in, actually, buying this card. Yeah, look at that, 6. Who's buying 6 of these at a time? $150? That's wild, man. Look at Billy Bob paying $50, man, for this card. Crazy, paying $80. Poor Billy, man. He ain't living to fight another day, man. That's on him. Volume is coming in, man, for this one. A lot of people want to get exposure and access to this card. I love the artwork. I will not lie. I already ordered my playset of Secret Rares. Let me see. Where is it? Yeah, these Secret Rares around this current price of 70 cents. I don't care if it goes down to 50 cents, even better. We get more. If it goes up to $1 billion beyond, at least I got my playset. 92 listings. I just got exposure here, guys. Just got exposure to the card. I love how it looks. You do see, you know, 6 ofs and 7 ofs, but eventually it could easily become a dollar card, even as a Secret Rare. Not everything is meta relevant. Like, I see a card like this, I just want it. I love the artwork, love the background color. Love it all, man. So I think the background color should have been like something that, because we already have an Ajama yellow, so maybe like a blue background, a light blue would have been like cooler, but we'll take it. It is what it is. And you can see the Starlights are getting volume. The Secret Rares are great as well. So yeah, I still think these could go lower in price just because of the supply, and you're just getting the initial rush. But if you want to get the initial exposure to some of these cards, not bad at all. Herald of Orange Light, Starlight Rare. This card, as you can see, is $38. Pushing 40s, 44 listings right here. And yeah, I mean, right here, as you can see, the card is what? Was 57s, then 48s, now 38s, and sure, it could go down to 35s, maybe even 30s, maybe even into the 20s. So 43 listings. This one's not that bad at all because it didn't get its quarter century, so now it has a Starlight Rare. You know, not bad, not bad. You know, maybe wait until the supply continues coming in, but I think Herold ages very, very well into the future. It's just an iconic hand trap in Yu-Gi-Oh history that you can play in boomer formats, and you can see we're still in falling knife mode, so I would be waiting on this one a tad bit. But as volume comes in, if you start seeing some type of consolidation on the 1 month, then it might be that time to pull that trigger. And you do have the ultra rares. This one is free 99, so no need to break the bank because there's hundreds and hundreds of copies out there. But also doesn't hurt to start getting exposure at these cheap valuations. 100 listings for an ultra, nothing too crazy. But again, this one 15-cent card could be up 2x to 30 cents one day, maybe even up 3x towards 2/4 a pop. So just keep that in mind. Any money you put into these, any copies that you pick up might multiply down the line. So again, definitely a penny stock to keep your eye out for. We have Fable Lurie, Starlight Rare. Again, this alternate art card was a 71 piece. That's crazy. 72s crashing down to 38s, but really we're at 28s. 34 listings. So as you can see, most of these cards are just falling like a rock, falling knife mode. I'd be staying away from a card like this. See if it goes down into the teens. You know, and then eventually to see if we consolidate, because this hasn't updated. It was curving into consolidation, but you know, it's down $10 from that level. But yeah, the card is cool, man. It's cool. People can play it with their Fiendsmith package. Yeah, 28's still kind of early. So we'll see how this one pans out as a one of in the Fiendsmith package, essentially. And then you do have Fable support that most people don't care about. But here we are at 28s. I expect lower prices for this one. Then we have King of the Pharaoh Imps, Starlight Rare. Same deal. You go to the monthly. You can see the card was 65s, going down to 43s. And here we are, 43, 44s, but 20 listings only. Got 41 90s right here. I'd like to see this in the high 30s, maybe mid 30s. Because, yeah, the card is needed. It's played, max rarity, you know, in the Mitsu engines and things of that nature. We understand. But, you know, it's trying to consolidate here on the 1 month, but it's still too early. I expect lower prices for this one. We'll see how this one pans out. Then we have Stream, Dragon Ruler of Droplets. Just love to see the Secret Rare here. If you go to the monthly, we're starting to see some type of consolidation around the 30-cent mark. Yeah, we're at 27 cents. And then it quickly does go to 30 cents where you see that wall of China. So yeah, 92 listings. If you see these in trade binders, throw-ins and trades, just be like, yo, I want that. Throw it in there. You know what I mean? You mean what I know? You pick these up. I think these age very, very well, but way into the future, because right now there's just too much supply, too many walls of China. So you pick these cards to let them marinate like fine wine, you know, and to live to fight another day in the future. Not now. You have to have that vision for when this gets scarce. People, I believe, will be coming for this one. And this is a card that they're quarters today, and they can be Billy's tomorrow. So don't sleep on these. I'm telling you guys. We have Honest. Honest battles a legend again. I mean, what do you guys think? What do you guys think about chibi arts like these? I want your opinions, man. What do you guys think about chibi arts like these? Do you like them? You know, it looks pretty. I like it because it looks different. You know what I mean? So, and I like how cheap it is too. You know, you're starting to see Honest crack into the shekel territory here with the walls of China, and that's nice, man. Cheap chibis, not is nice. Is really, really nice because you get to have plenty of these. Essentially, you know, you're not limited to just a couple or just one. And again, Honest is a card that is actually used in Time Wizard format. It is used in Boomer format. So, again, it has that double practicability fundamentals, I guess you can say, to it. So I really like it here as it's crashing down. The card people came in at 350s, poor 60 Billy Bobs, man. Then you got 274s, poor 92 Billy Bobs. A hundo Billy Bobs came in at 226s, and then a hundo more at 150s. So hundreds of people are down over 50%. Because they didn't wait. Patience wins this game. They would have waited. They could either gotten more copies for the same money they paid, or save money getting, you know, the copies that they need. But here we are. Like to see this at shekels. Not a bad card to pick up. Not just because it's chibi, but because it can actually see play in Boomer formats. Then you do have the Starlight. Again, the Starlight was 36s, crashing down to 25s. You know, I would want to see this at the $20 mark at the very least, maybe in the teens as well, maybe $15. That'd be great. But it is Honest. We'll see how this one continues to pan out for the higher rarity. We'll definitely keep you guys informed. But yeah, the Starlight at 25s. I like it, man. I won't lie. I like these cheaper Starlights because back then, before quarter centuries, Starlights were just too expensive. You know, yeah, we get it. Max rarity of Yugioh, scarce. Yeah, you know, that's why people want it and this and that and the third. But yo, it was too scarce. All relevant Starlights, hundreds and hundreds of dollars for the most part. So now it's nice to see these Starlight rares at $25. Like if you want your one up for Edison, like okay, $25 and you're good. You feel me? So I like that. We have Blaze Supreme, Ruler of All Dragons. This ultra rare, trying to consolidate here at around a quarter. As you can see, you know, quickly you don't see major walls. Yo, where's the walls? This is an ultra rare. That's crazy. 15 maybe at 42 cents. Yo, okay, 42 cents is like what the walls are at. That's wild. So if you can sneak any of these in at around a quarter, 30 cents, you come in, you get exposure before the card. Look, $1 right there for those three. Not bad at all. 83 listings before this card goes up a couple more shekels, and eventually it's 2 quarters a pop. So yeah, Blaze Supreme Ruler of All Dragons. This one, again, another one. If you see in binders, you pick them up. See, even as an ultra, you don't have to go crazy, but at the bare minimum, get a couple, maybe one for you, a couple to invest into just to get exposure to the card. Because these ultra rares, they start aging well. You never know if they can go from shekels to billies one day, man. I love penny stocks like these. Cards that no one's gonna be paying attention to this. Everyone's going for the high end and the Primites and the Orcus and the this and the that and the third. That's all good and well. But do not forget about these cheap penny stocks that are cheap today and can become somewhat relevant tomorrow with its price action. You just never know. We have Gravekeepers Recruiter. There was someone in the comment section like, Jay, cover Gravekeepers Recruiters, the max rarity, and you know, this, that, and the third. And then I went and looked it up, and I'm like, yo, he's right. You know, this card's previous max rarity was an Ultra from Legendary Collection 3s. And then it was what? Common, and a rare. So this card only has 5 prints. This card has been scarce throughout Yu-Gi-Oh history, and even commons were worth at least something. You know, recently. Let's go to the yearly. Yeah, I mean, yeah, not this one from. Well, this one just came out in Speed Duel Battle City Finals. I get it now. But so this one got reprinted not too long ago. But before these 2 latest reprints, the card was only a rare, a common, and an ultra. and they were all like $2-3. So of course, it recently got a common that has low listings, and now you have a secret rare max rarity version. So again, that does not change the supply. Over 100 listings. You know, you see the walls of China here at around a quarter. So again, we understand. Excuse me, guys. We get it. We're talking about long term. This might be one of the best penny stonks to get exposure to max rarity recruiters. That once Monster Mayhem becomes like Monster's Revenge and Terminal Revenge and all these other Battles of Legend, hard to get. Secret rares like these, you have Gravekeeper players coming in and, ooh, I want that max rarity secret, or I want this card, or this and that and the third. It's too cheap. Do not sleep on this card. This is a very, very good penny stonk to focus on. If you see in trade binders, that's the point of being educated. When you see this card, someone else, they don't have a clue. They don't care. Like, who cares, man? They look up the price. Oh, it's just 15 cents. Yeah, they don't care. You know, and that's when you care, because you know, you have the vision. You keep these cards in mind. You keep the vision in place. You know and understand that in the future, cards like these have potential to be worth more money than what they are worth today. That's why cards like these make Yu-Gi-Oh! Easy to make money. And we say easy money, easy work. Penny stonks like these that people don't care about, you put them away, put them in bulk or whatever, just keep it at home. And then one day you wake up 3 months, 6 months, a year from now. Yo, Gravekeepers, new support. You imagine? Or just the nature of the scarcity, the nature of the beast. Cards like these usually tend to become money down the line. Do not sleep on Gravekeepers Recruiter. That's why if you stay towards the end, that's why we got to reward you with these penny stonks, man. Shout out to the person in the comment section, for highlighting this, because I believe this is a great deal and steal for the long term. And then we have Fairy Tale Prologue, Journey's Dawn. We got the Teletubby Sun right here. Have I read this before? I think I might have, like when I first showed this card. But any battle damage a player takes is halved. Interesting. You control a Light Beast monster, a level 7 or 8 dragon single monster. You can draw one. You can only use this effect. Fairy Tale. Once per turn, you standby phase. You can send this card from the field zone. Place one field spell for your hand or deck. Face up. Okay. Yeah, I played against. This is used with Ancient Fairy Dragon. This is part of the Ancient Fairy Dragon support. I don't think it's really good, but I don't care, man. I want this card. Just got to end it on a, happy note here. There's Walls at China. I can't wait to get my hands on this card just to have it, man. And I'm right on it. Teletubby Sun. Yeah. Where's the sun, man? Teletubby, man. If you made it this far out, man, we just got to, man. We just got to. Yeah, right here, man. Teletubby. The sun, man. I'm a kid. Hey, right there. Yeah. Where's that sun, man? Right here. Yeah. Yo, we need to chop this up, man. Need to chop this up right here. Make it more interesting. Boom. There we go. Boom. There we go. Watch this, boys. Right here. Right here. Look at that. Make it smaller now. Make it a tad bit smaller. Hey, where's the sun? Right there. Yeah. Yo, you can't make this stuff up, man. Yo. Right there, man. The Teletubby Sun. Let's go, man. Yo, you can't make this stuff up, man. Oh, man. For whoever of y'all left here, it's all funs and games, man. All funs and games. Hopefully, you guys have a good time. The best card of Battles of Legend Monster Mayhem, guys. Hopefully, you guys just have fun with the Teletubby Sun. Guys, if you made it this far out into the video, you guys are straight MVPs. Make sure to share this in one place in the group chat with some friends, because I know you have friends. It really does go a long way. Just share it with your buddies, man. You're not like me, friendless, okay? I know you got friends. Make sure you share it with them. Much love to each and every single one of you guys. Make sure you subscribe, man. If you're listening to my voice right now, just double check if you're subscribed. Ring that bell. Like the video as we continue to grow and to push towards 9.5K. That's crazy. Just step by step, we're getting closer to that 10K mark. Sometimes it grows quicker. Other times it gets very, very stale. But the whole point is that we continue to grow to positively impact people's lives and to convert over Billy Bobs to Ricky Robs. This is what we do for a living. So again, much love to each and every single one of you guys. Really appreciate your support. Make sure you like the video and subscribe. You guys Already know. Much love, man, from your boy Jay. Guys, thank you so much for your time, for your support, and for your attention. Stay fresh.